Dear Rolling Stone magazine. Now, I'll tell you, I was actually gonna write you this letter physically or maybe email it, but I figured it has a lot to do with music, so you probably wouldn't read it anyway. I'll freely admit that I owe most of what I guess I'm gonna call a career to you guys. Is it a career? I don't know, it's just something I do all the time. In my younger days, I was a loyal subscriber and I read every single word from every single one of your issues. I was learning the different styles that your critics used and developing a style of my own thanks to all of the reading. And at the same time, of course, I was learning about more old and new music than I can possibly remember. Like so many people my age, my walls at home and my locker at school was covered with your covers and photos that I cut out from the magazine. You guys were my source of music news, what albums to buy, what was going on with my favorite musicians, all that stuff. Rolling Stone was the source. But along with the music stuff, there was always a little bit of writing from outside the world of music. Stories about the environment, politics, things like that, but in almost every single case, there was at least some thread going back to music. Even into the 90s, you were relevant, you were young, you continued to be a beacon for the new generation of music fans. But then you got old and cranky really fast. You managed to lose the plot over just a few years. Now, I'm not gonna chide you for having Miley Cyrus on your cover. Having pop superstars on your cover has been going on since Rolling Stone existed. I mean, let's admit it, who didn't check out the Britney Spears cover if you were that era, or the Madonna cover a decade before? I'm not complaining in terms of the talent, because supporting pop stars has always been part of the Rolling Stone brand. But I think you forgot somewhere that you're supposed to be a music magazine first, a political rag second, if second. If you want to be a political or social issue magazine, go do that, but stop calling yourself Rolling Stone and trying to pass yourselves off as a music magazine. Having a political person on the cover from time to time is just fine. But when you're giving the cover and a bulk of the writing to non-musical things, you're not a music magazine anymore. And when your best writer by far is not a music writer, you've missed the point of what you're supposed to be doing. And don't think I missed that you guys ran an article on frickin' 9cat the other year. I mean, seriously, The Onion would never even be that desperate for news. And also, don't think that I overlooked that time when you slyly called the entire EDM scene electronic noises people try and pass off as music. I mean, seriously, could you yell at the kids to get off your damn lawn any louder? I know after the fact you tried to pass that one off as a joke, but nobody thought it was funny. More to the point, it perfectly matches just how stuck in the past you guys are. Every single time Springsteen or U2 or Neil Young puts out a new record, you guys can't get down on your knees faster. And even if it's a terrible album, you're gonna say how amazing it is because you think your baby boomer readers are the right audience to be going after. If you want to just keep losing vision, please, for the sake of the legacy you built, just stop calling yourselves Rolling Stone. Just be honest that you're no longer about delivering fresh reviews on new music and what's going on, and that places like Consequence of Sound and the NME are kicking your ass left and right all over new music. And that the reality is, you guys have just collectively given up the fight. The longer you try and carry on this false facade, the more people are going to forget the great artistic institution you once were. The people who made your magazine great are collectively rolling over in their graves at the disgrace you've let the magazine become. And honestly, you only have yourselves to blame.